Yo guys, today I'm in Lake Tahoe. I am at Arron Hagar's Rat Runner's Garage. Arron and I, well, let me just introduce you to him. We met when? It was at SEMA, right?
Yeah, you know, we probably met before then on tour somewhere, but I was a little kid running around causing trouble. We officially met at SEMA, I think, and got introduced by our mutual friend Brian, and yeah, thanks for coming to Tahoe.
Yeah, man. And it turns out, I mean, he has a lot of rat rods and stuff like that. But what we have in common is off-roading stuff and motorcycles and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, right.
I mean, so much stuff, right? It's crazy.
You like pollywogs?
Okay. I love them.
I'm more of a frog guy myself. But, yeah.
Oh, I have a frog story.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So we were at a Airbnb, and I go to TC, my wife, I go, something is moving on top of that fireplace.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, what kind of a... I said, no, it's some kind of a creature. I don't know what it is. I got up close and it was just a little frog.
Oh.
So she starts cracking up and she goes, the people that own this place are serious hippies. We need to ask them if it's supposed to be here.
Is it a sacred frog?
Yeah, I mean, so she texts him and goes, hey, is this frog supposed to be here? Because it could be like, oh, that's Fred. We've been looking for him for a month, you know.
Oh, that's
so,
funny.
but no, they said, you can put him out. He's really cute.
Well, my shop was flooding one year. Moss growing in it. There was about 3/4 of an inch of water just flowing through the shop. And I had it for months. I was depressed and, you know, galoshes every day. And I was just about to lose my mind. And then I saw this little frog swimming upstream in the shop. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then the water receded. It was gone. And I missed my frog buddy. And then I was checking the mouse traps one day. And I see little legs sticking out of the mouse trap. And I'm like, no, my little frog buddy. I still got him. He's all mummified on my desk. My frog homage. I speak the truth.
Yeah. What's left of the frog? Oh, no.
I know. It's my little homage.
Okay, so what I'm so excited about, I love my Bronco, my Ford Bronco.
Is awesome.
But I have this insane soft spot for old Land Rovers, and this Defender, absolutely insane.
This is when your life was so fast you wanted to go slow. Not be in a hurry, you know, just had that romantic idea of overlanding and exploring, and that's what the old Landy's for. 93 NAS, been converted to a TD5, rebrought into the country in 99, and had some issues. So they don't come with this kind of roof, and you can't fit them on this because of the roll cage. So I cut the roll cage, reprofiled it, replaced the roof with an Alucap Icarus. So this roof system goes up and down. And when you're not using the bed, you just push it up. And now you can stand in the vehicle, right? Awesome, then you're ready to sleep, you pull it down. So I have a similar system on the Jeep, but it's a cab over. But this, you get to stay in the vehicle. Did all the cabinetry from old aircraft or airline service boxes. Fabricated all the framework and everything for it. These are cubbies. This will be a slide-out table with a flip. This will be a slide-out drawer.
But I love it, so you can
Isn't
sleep
it cool?
up there.
Yeah.
All that. Like, you're just good to frickin' go.
They call them bug-out vehicles, right?
Yeah.
But, you know,
My eyes bugged out when I saw it.
Yeah.
Is this the other side of it?
This is the back half. So this is the service side where I would, you know, cook, and that's where the awning comes out. So I cut the backs of these out so that I can access them. I just cut the table out yesterday, so I still have to mount it. Just cut the drawer yesterday, so I got to mount it. We're doing our expedition in just shy of a month. And this is a Pinzgauer. So this is a Swiss Army vehicle made by Steyr Pooch. And 1972, it's got portal axles. I mean, four-wheel drive, everything's hydraulic. So hydraulic four-wheel drive, have the hydraulic front and rear lockers. Really, really cool. This is a K, so it was a radio truck. And it has a little portal on the top so you can flip it open and observe. It has blackout curtains inside. I repainted it, and like I said, we used to overland in it, so there's some tents and stuff and awnings. But it's really bone stock. It's 24 volt. But but for 72, way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I mean, the portal axles you find on Unimogs and some Volkswagen vans, I think, the all-wheel drive vans, the older ones have them. But the hydraulic lockers and stuff like that is just so cool. But 24 volts tricky. You have to remember that when you go to change a light bulb.
So this is your like serious, like go anywhere, do anything, let's do it right now vehicle?
Yeah, so I'd like to say the Defender is wonderfully reliable, being mostly stock internals. But I wouldn't take it places I would take the Jeep, frankly. The Jeep just does everything and does it so well. So this is a 2021 Jeep Mojave. And I got the Mojave because it has a reinforced frame, it's made for impact, it can carry weight better except for the soft suspension. So I have some new dual rate springs for the back. It's got hydraulic bump stops, I mean it's got steel instead of aluminum components, and I don't like that aluminum red anodized dash, and this has that nice burnt orange trim, which looked great when I did the graphics. But this one's pretty heavily modified. Again, the drivetrain I tried to leave stock. Because here's the deal, if you're remote Alaska, where we're going next month, and you have a catastrophic failure with something, they can look up the part number at any shop and have it shipped directly from Jeep, right? But if it's some off-brand component or something you bought on Amazon or some other thing that you modified something, now you got to go figure that out. You know, same with the wiring. Anyone could pull up a wiring diagram, stock on this truck, and go, oh, that's what you did. And anything additionally that we did, I have a wiring diagram for it. So if something happens with our solar or electric system, it's easy to track down. And believe me, that saves you days, hours, months on the trail. You know,
I just did it on that. I figured I'd make it easier on myself and anybody that's working on that.
Exactly. Because let's say it's not you working on it. Something happens and you're unavailable to work on it. They can see everything. They can see where it's labeled. Good. That's a really good thing to do.
I'll show you. I'll show you here.
It makes me want to go bigger. I've got a 5-cylinder turbo diesel in that and a stock 6-cylinder in this. But
so what I did was Sticker Fab makes these. So there's my wiring diagram.
Oh yeah,
everything's marked.
See,
so
that's so smart.
To just make it easy on me or anybody.
Absolutely. Sticker Fab, you said?
Sticker Fab.
Nice.
Yep. So wow. So who did this? Did you?
So I did most of the install, and then I went to Tiny Rig, who is the distributor for Alucab and OK 4-wheel drive on the East Coast, Alucab on the West Coast. I mean, Tiny Rig on the West Coast for Alucab. So they helped me with the solar and some of the wiring, just because they're so good at it. I didn't want to mess it up, so now I've elevated all of my work up to their standard, which is really what I wanted to do for this. You know, these systems aren't cheap, and you really want to do the best for them. But this is a similar system, except it's on the cab opener. So same thing, just a lift, and up it goes. And there, you know, you can change the strut strength and all that, and then this goes up the bed system, just like in the Defender. The one for the Defender actually came first, so that was the first Alucab.
So and then you just climb right up there.
Yeah.
You just climb right up here.
Yeah, really, really spectacular. I think one of the most important things in all of this is just ease of use. So if you can deploy something in a timely manner, you're going to use it, right?
Yes,
I mean, that
exactly.
just makes sense. And that's a big part of overlanding, which everyone is designed and developed to do.
Whoa.
Which is why I went with mostly Alucab. This is out of South Africa. So I say, rule of thumb, anything from South Africa or Australia, it's just so proven and probably beat to hell during, you know, testing that it's going to work. I mean, you know, this system, you know, and it is so strong.
Wow.
So let's say you stop for lunch somewhere and you're only going to do a half-an-hour lunch, and it's raining or it's sunny. Hello, 1 minute. You use it.
Yeah,
I mean? And it's a minute and a half to put it away.
Right.
And that's kind of the point of all this, is you use this stuff. You don't just put a bunch of junk on here that you don't use. Everything on this, even though it looks busy, everything on this we use. Every system in here is proven and rehearsed and well executed, and you use it.
Dude, let me explain something.
Let's go. You got 15 minutes? Let's go.
Yeah. This is the thing. I do not have anything to prove to anybody anymore at my age.
True. So we're going to remote Alaska. We're doing the Arctic Circle in about a month, and we will have to live in this for a month. No showers, no restrooms, no, everything has to be built in. So I don't have a shower built in, but I have some systems. I don't have a toilet built in, but I have some systems. So we'll have to take them out and set them up. So that'll be something that we do.
I just need a coffee machine and I'm good to go.
See, I don't drink coffee, so I can eliminate that one for me.
Sometimes it's not as easy to get the toothpaste back in the tube.
This one's easy, but there is a process.
Dude, that's it.
Right? You want to take a nap during lunch? Just deploy it, take a nap.
So guys, look at this. This is so cool. You just put this net down and this is to grab snakes with. Like, not even kidding.
So.
But yeah, use the blue lights and you can find scorpions quick.
Yeah. I don't have jumper cables. C-Tech's one of my partners. So in case there's someone that needs a jump, this is actually a jump box. You always come across someone on the trail that needs a jump, right? This will actually charge their battery in 15 minutes to like 70%.
Guess what we're going to do? In a minute, we're going to go inside. Yes, we're going to go in here.
Yeah, this is what's outside.
Yeah.
Imagine what's
That's what doesn't fit. So this is like a little mini museum, but this is the thing. I want to highlight your artwork, man.
Oh, thank
I did not know you were this good. This is all of your art.
Yeah, this is, well, this whole place is my passion. So the Rat Runner Garage is a really special place. I used to run our Cabo Wabo restaurant. I got into food and beverage coming out of a divorce, had to kind of start over. So I moved up here and looked after the restaurant. And my exit plan was television, and my supplemental income was my art. So I really got to hone in on that and focus on that because the passion is what drove it against the hours of food and beverage. So in that, I created this, and this has been a place of celebration for myself and my friends, the car community, and fans. So the Hagar and Red Rocker fans come here, and everything on this wall was left behind by somebody because it was sitting in their garage and they wanted to put it on the wall, or they wanted to contribute in some way. So I'm kind of a steward of all this stuff. Not a curator because I haven't collected it and curated it, but more of a steward because it's just here and I take care of it and look after it, and if they need it back, they get it back. But there's some really, really, really special stuff in here, and everything in here has a pretty lengthy story behind it. It's all authentic, it's all organic, everything just kind of happened. Nothing was really forced in, and it really is an amazing life.
At some point, I would love to have you talk to Jude. Actually, I'm not going to put this on you, really, but this is just a fantasy. Talk to Jude about having a rock star dad, because I don't think he understands the reality of it quite so much. Although your dad's a bigger rock star than I am.
It's all relative, man. It's
quite a bit bigger. But you know, I mean, just because he doesn't wrap his head around it really, truly, and I don't know what he thinks, but it's a lot different than people think. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I mean, home life is home life, and a job is a job. But there's dynamics in that and extremes in that, which definitely make things a little different. The fact that everybody knows who your family is can be off-putting and can make friendships difficult. For me, I think someone pointed out a long time ago that I never noticed, that I always say dad. I never say my dad, because I was used to sharing them. And so that's one of those weird things that you don't think about that other people notice.
I didn't.
Yeah, right.
Well, the main thing is that it doesn't make your life easy.
No. No. But I don't want to say it makes it harder. Because,
right.
because there's some
perks.
hard lives out there. There's
yeah.
definitely some perks. But I think adjusting to the dynamics and being such a public family, especially in today's world, definitely has some challenges and difficulty. There's also narcissism, often in extreme situations like that, and that creates a very difficult household. There's substance abuse, which makes a very difficult household. There's touring and the fact that your family's never around, which makes a difficult household. There's a lot of challenges. Then, of course, there's the expectation of those of us second gens that the world sees us as we have to be of equal value in the world, and that's not always the case, and often rare.
No, and like Jude yesterday was like, Dad, I think I might go in the Army. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Would I love him to play drums and be able to take my seat one day? Sure, that would be amazing. Yeah. But if that's his path, I'd be absolutely proud of him.
Yeah.
Because that's an honorable thing to do.
Absolutely.
So, and I didn't serve. I wish I would have. I wish I would have had space in my life to do that. But I went right from. Well, I was an EMT. At least I served my community. But
that's awesome.
So I was a first responder. But
it's got less than 100 miles. 99 miles. I should be one of those collectors that goes, everything here is under 500 miles. I'm embarrassed by that. My Morgan, 15,000. I put a lot of miles on that.
Yeah, these are bitchin'.
This Mini
love the motors on these.
They're so
fucking
cool.
love the motor.
Now, I've made this a little more retro because I like the history of it rather than modernizing it.
We're pretty equal, but
so I put the 10-inch headlights on it instead of the motorcycle 6-inch, Because remember, it's a motorcycle, right?
It is.
It's registered as a motorcycle, so they have to use motorcycle parts. So the wheels and tires are off a sidecar. The headlights were motorcycle headlights. The mirrors and taillights were motorcycle. And so I took all that stuff off and I elevated it. Did all the leather work, radon mirrors, Brooklyn Aero screens, vintage Brooklyn Aero screens.
Did you do this? These little boots?
Yep. That's why they're not perfect.
But it looks great.
my Franken boots, and I did the little whirl bars, and I just put leather in the back and just tried to balance it out. I don't like symmetry, but I like to kind of find balance in things. I'd love to tackle the interior because that's not my favorite pattern, but it's nice. So you remember Jessie Combs?
Mm-hmm.
So
of course,
this is
I met Jessie.
Yeah, so I knew her pretty well in this.
She was a Poison fan.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I could see that. Well, her ex-boyfriend, fiance Terry Mann's a good friend of mine, and he wanted to contribute to this place, so he brought me one of her personal welding helmets. The polka dot one is in the Peterson Museum, and she used that one for photos, but this was the one that she used.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up because I've taken up his whole friggin' day.
It's only been like 4 hours. I got all day, man.
So anyway, guys, thanks for spending a little time with my friend Arron. I've missed him. I haven't seen him since we ran around for 2 or 3 days at SEMA or something. So it's been a hot minute. You look younger.
Well, I lost a few pounds, maybe. I dye. Oh, it's because I dye my beard. That's why.
Yeah, I dye mine too.
It's just weird when you look like Santa Claus.
Take care of each other and keep rock alive.